Hello, my food mood friends. Welcome. Chandra's Austin Odyssey. I'm in the kitchen, as you can tell, and I'm about to make myself a little meal, and I thought, why not make it on video?
Welcome! Here is your hostess and coach, Chandra Zas, helping people make food and mood changes doable without missing out. Go ahead, high five that like button, subscribe and share while you're there.
I have this recipe that you've got to go check out, my Feel Good Food recipe recipe ebook if you haven't seen it already. So many great recipes in there, and I'm going to be making one of them right now for myself. And I'm making the one that I'm calling the tummy healer. Not that last week I actually did use it because my tummy did feel a little bit off. I felt like I just needed something really gentle and full of fiber to go through my belly. Today, I just kind of feel like it, which I just decided to make it. And so I thought, why not actually make a recipe with you guys while on video? So I did gather a few ingredients here in my arm's reach. I'm gonna fill up this pan with like an inch or so of water. We have filtered water. It's actually heated, so I'm gonna put like about an inch in the pan while I chop up. Ooh, although I'm realizing the noise might be a lot for you guys. Forgot to grab my knife. Grabbing my knife. And what I want to do is I grabbed this couple of carrots and celery, and I'm gonna chop it up and put it in the hot water. And I wonder how this is gonna be noise-wise for you guys. And then I'm gonna boil it during the time that I kind of put the rest of the ingredients together. So actually, maybe I will let you guys see. Whoop. Can I do this? I guess I can't. I guess I need a little bit more of a weight in order to hold the camera that way. I did actually buy a camera stand so that you guys could start to see some of the stuff that I'm doing in the kitchen, but I'll have to figure that out for next time. So I've got my chopped celery, and you can see that I'm chopping it not so thin. How thin is it? That thin. And kind of like, I like to think like bite size. And there probably will be a little left over. We'll kind of see how much this tends to be. Sometimes I'll just leave it in a jar in the fridge for a future meal to add into a salad or put into my daughter's lunch for school. But I love to eat them nice and hot and warm, because warming is one of the really great things about healing our tummy. And carrots are also, all of the orange foods are really, really good for our tummy. So here's my chopped carrots, and I'm gonna put them in the pan. I actually always get called out on using the wrong pot or pan, so I apologize if I'm using the wrong one. But I have got my pan full of roasted veggies, or veggies to boil. And I'm just gonna turn that on and let it boil until I like to let it boil in case I don't, because I cut this video off before the veggies boil, which actually will be interesting to time this to see how long they actually take to boil, because it feels like it's only a few minutes. Basically, by the time I'm kind of finished putting all of the ingredients in, then they're ready. So what I'm doing right now is I have an avocado.
Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm in the Dead Sea, floating in the water. Go ahead and like and share and follow so we can keep in touch.
I'm cutting it up. I'm gonna add it into the bowl. And so it'll basically be boiled celery and carrots with some cut up avocado. I personally like to take any of the little brown bits out of the avocado. I don't really like them, but some people like to eat them, so as you wish. And here's the other half of the avocado. And I really love this, like if I'm sick, like if I have a cold or not feeling well, this is a really great meal, especially to add like some diced raw garlic. It's really good for the immune system. Today I'm not really feeling that garlic. I'm also not really feeling sick, so I don't think I will add the raw garlic today. But if you're sick and you're looking for a way to get garlic in your body, this is a really nice delivery because it takes the bite out of the garlic and it gets a lot of good garlic medicine into your body. So I've now got my little bowl of diced avocado. And I actually don't think I've shown you guys one of my favorite bowls. I need a paper towel to get the avocado off my hand. So I have got my favorite ceramic bowl. I used to really collect these. Now I just have a collection. And I've got my cut up garlic, and this is still boiling. I'm going to add some kraut. This is wild brine from Costco. It's a great deal to get nice, good, real fermented kraut. You want to make sure that either kraut is actually fermented, that it's, when you look at the ingredients, it's salt, because you don't want the fake garlic or the fake fermented, which has vinegar, because it gives that taste of fermented, but it's not actually fermented. You want the actual fermented that has the good live bacteria. I am also going to add in a tomato today. This is a nice heirloom tomato. Sometimes I'll leave the tomato out. It's not necessary, but I've been really feeling tomatoes lately. So I'm going to add this guy in. I'm going to chop him up also into bite-sized pieces, which bite size is all relative. I personally kind of like larger chopped vegetables. I know some people really like smaller chopped vegetables, so feel free to use your own creativity here and what your body likes. So now I've got my avocado, kraut, and carrots. And I generally like to leave, so the first thing I always do is put the veggies in and start them boiling. And actually what I would do if I wasn't doing this for the video is I would just do that first. I'd pull the vegetables out, get the water going, and start with just getting them on the stove and then pulling everything else out, just as like a time efficiency piece. I really do believe we can make very short, efficient meals that are still highly nourishing and really tasty. We have this little awesome, this is all of the ingredients from the salad toppings list that you can get also in my recipe ebook. And we have olive oil. I'm going to add some olive oil to this. It is kind of nice to add that all at the very end on the very top with the boiled vegetables, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to just add them now. This is tahini. This is actually from Israel. My mother-in-law brought it last time she came. So tahini has, it's not, someone just recently was asking me, like, isn't tahini a seed? Isn't seed oil bad? Tahini itself actually has a lot of oil in it. This is just purely ground sesame seeds, so it's not highly processed. The thing with seed oils is you really want to be careful of them being highly processed. And this is just ground up sesame seed. And there are a lot of calories in tahini, a couple hundred calories for a tablespoon, I believe. Let's see if I can read. Per 100 grams, 718 calories. 100 grams, I think, is like a quarter cup. But it's high in calories. So if you're looking to add a lot of calories to your meal, it's a great thing. If you're trying to lose weight or you're not very hungry, then maybe skip the tahini or do less of the tahini. Now, I really like to add an acid. This is one of our favorite balsamics, but I kind of put this on some of my more fancier foods. And when I think of the tummy healer salad, I go for something way more simple. There is like a good amount of sugar in here. It's really, really incredible. It's one of my favorite ones upon the party salad. So I would either choose apple cider vinegar or lemon. And I think I'm going to go with apple cider vinegar today. So I'm going to add in just a little sprinkle. You can hear the vegetables boiling in the background. And then salt, which I didn't grab. We have this little salt container. We have multiple salt containers. And we have Himalayan salt on one side. And then we have this Maldon flaky, here's the Himalayan. It's almost empty, needs to be refilled. This is the Maldon salt, which is really great for adding on top of salads. And I like to really be generous. The stove is talking to me. I like to really be generous with the salt, because our bodies really need salt. And as long as it's really good salt, as long as it's not iodized salt, where the iodized salt has a lot of stuff taken out of it. So when iodized salt is going through our body, it actually pulls things out, pulls minerals out of our body in order to process it. So as long as you're getting whole salt, which is Maldon salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, you want whole salt, whole foods, right? Not Whole Foods, the store, but whole actual foods. And then one of my other really favorite parts of this salad is dulse seaweed. We like to buy, this particular one I'm putting on is in the flake format. So these are just little tiny flakes. Maybe I'll show you how it looks. So it's just like really little flaky dulse seaweed. I also love it in the whole leaf. Maine Coast Sea Vegetables is my favorite place to buy dulse seaweed. It's really, really high quality seaweed. It's really good for the thyroid. It also adds this really kind of like earthy component to the salad, because you have the high note, you have the apple cider vinegar, you have all the kind of vegetables in the middle, and the avocado is on the lower side, and then you have this, the dulse seaweed just brings in this really nice lower flavor that's really incredible. And then yeah, that is my salad. So I think, let me test the vegetables, but I'm guessing they're not quite done, but let's see. I'm gonna take a fork and see if I can poke it through. So I actually can pull the carrot out, but it's a little bit hard. It's getting there. If you like your vegetables more, excuse me, now I have carrot in my mouth. If you like vegetables that are more al dente, this is probably enough. I prefer a certain texture that's a little bit on the softer side. So it'll probably be another minute or two, which if I'm looking at the timer correctly, it's about 9 minutes to boil the vegetables. Now, given the water that I started in was already hot, so the water was pretty close to boiling. And so, I mean, I would definitely say that this is another meal. If you do it in the order that I say, where you actually pull the hard vegetables out first, get the water boiling, and chop them and put them in, I think you can definitely create this dish in under 10 minutes, which who doesn't have 10 minutes to make a really yummy, nourishing meal? Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest objections I get around like nourishing food is like, I don't have the time. And so it's one of the things I've been really focusing on is like, we do have the time. It's just a matter of like getting a little system down, having some really clear ideas, and then being efficient in the kitchen. It's totally possible. So go check out my recipe ebook with all of these wonderful recipes. There's going to be another couple editions, but in this recipe ebook, it's a lot of my really simple, easy dishes that you can make in. Most of them are under 10 minutes. The chocolate recipe is one of the most labor intensive ones, but most of these dishes, you can literally chop them up, throw them in the oven, or, you know, like here, throw them in boiling water and create a really yummy, nourishing meal in under 10 minutes. And then I will be going outside and sitting on the grass and in the sunshine and enjoying my meal. And yeah, the other thing that I've been doing a lot lately is really getting into a state of gratitude and just naming something, bringing something to mind that I'm grateful for, and getting my body into that rest and digest, grateful, receptive mode to uptake all the nutrients. And when we're stressed, like the opposite of rest and digest, like our blood flow goes away from our digestive tract, it goes into our limbs, and we don't have optimal digestion. So taking that time to go sit on the earth, be grateful, and really tune in and allow our body, we can, based on what we're thinking, whether it's gratitude or how much we have to do, we're really actually creating that physiological state inside of our body. And so we can actually directly affect how our digestive system is working. And I'm really wanting to share this finished recipe with you. I will make a picture. I'm going to go empty the water out and mix all this in, and I will take a picture to show you the beautiful final product. But basically I'm going to drain the vegetables, throw them in, and mix everything up. Probably add a little bit more olive oil and salt to the top just because it's delicious. So thank you for your time and attention. Go check out my free recipe ebook and come coach with me. Food changes with fun and love and creation of time. Thank you so much.